Though two worlds collided last night as the residents of Coronation Street and Emmerdale met for the first time in Corriedale, with some incredibly very dramatic consequences resulting in a massive car pile-up and the deaths of, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, Billy the Vicar in Corrie and the evil John Sugden. Now, it was an epic show last night, Colleen. We watched it. It was incredibly cinematic. It was shot beautifully. It looked incredible. Everything about it was just bolstered up, wasn't it? It was really impressive.
I was sceptical. I mean, I'm not an avid watcher of soaps, really, when I'm at home. When I'm down here, I tend to watch them more. But at home I don't, because I'm always busy. But so I was a bit like, oh, Corriedale, what's this going to be? It sounded a bit stupid to me. Anyway, watched it last night. Could not take my eyes off it, didn't want it to end. Thought it was absolutely brilliant and is definitely going to win awards. Everyone in it was superb. It was like being at the cinema. Yeah, it was. The whole thing. It was sometimes a bit dark for me. I couldn't see, and then I thought that's probably my eyes. But it was. I thought I'm going dark. But I was blown away by it. Yeah. Thought it was absolutely well done to everyone.
It was very, very
behind the
exciting.
scenes as well, because what a thing to set up that was. It's incredible.
It's like I thought it was riveting. I must say. I watched it from beginning to end, and actually I'm almost ashamed to say, but I cried when I realised Billy had died. Oh, sorry, Brenda, I didn't realise. Sorry.
But you're right. I know. Sorry, Brenda.
You have to find out anyway. Watch it. Why don't you watch it?
You have to watch it anyway.
I'm going to watch it later.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, everything you said about the stunts were great. Everything that they did, and I don't like it actually when people say, oh, you know, soap actors, I mean, you know, who would watch soaps? I think, honestly, some of the storylines are just amazing. And like you, Colleen, I didn't know how they were going to mix the two. But I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
It actually felt weirdly normal. Yeah. That they were
Director was great.
Yeah, it was really, really impressive. I mean, the storylines obviously kicked off in the Emmerdale and the Coronation Street prior to the big epic Corriedale last night. So it's a mammoth night of soaps, Brenda, for you tonight to catch up on. But we've handpicked a couple of our favourite kind of storylines from both of the soaps. And we're going to start with Tracy and Steve. Now, Tracy, of course, has continued to try and drive apart Cassie and her ex, Steve McDonald, resorting to new lows as she locked Cassie in the bathroom at Debbie's wedding.
Hey! She told me she needed help with a zip because she couldn't get her trousers off for a pee.
Cassie, don't you know how sly she is by now?
Then she shoves me. I land in the bath and she locked it somewhere.
Don't take her side. Sides? You locked her in the toilet.
Well, it was the bridal suite, so at least it was a nice one.
Come on, Steve.
So they're so good. But let's be honest, Tracy and Steve, they've had lots of partners over the years on the soaps. They've never lasted, but those two seem to have some sort of a bond. So are they one another's true love, or do you think you can have more than one true love, Colleen? Do you think your heart's always open to something new?
Oh, 100%. I'm a real believer in love anyway, and obviously. And you know, I always think, you know, when my first, what I thought would be my true love and my forever love was my first love when you fall in love for the very first time when I was 15, 16, and I thought, oh, this is forever, because you believe that at the time. And then, you know, I met Shane when I was 21. That was completely different love. And then as you get older, I think you learn from the past. I've never let it made me cynical. I've never let me, you know, I've never tarred people with the same brush. You know, I love them until they let me down.
And actually, we all change as well.
Yeah, and I've changed, and so it becomes a more mature love. But it also becomes a love where you go, you know, I think initially when your heart's broken from what you think is a true love, you think, I'm never going to get over it. And then actually when it keeps happening, you think, oh, I've been here before, I'll get over this. Just give me a week. But yeah, I'm a great believer in it, and I think you can love more than once, and it can be even grow stronger and stronger because you become a stronger person. You know, I'm not scared of being on my own. So if I fall in love with someone, it's because I want to and not because I feel I need to, because I'm scared of being on my own.
Yeah, that's a good place to be.
And that's a good place to be, yeah. So I feel even better now.
Yeah,
really.
and love changes depending, like you say,
yeah,
Gloria,
I
like
agree.
you mature, your life changes, so you want a different type of love sometimes
Absolutely,
next time
and
around.
you know, I'm a hopeless romantic that everybody knows. I'm that Pisces dreamy and you know, just wanting the fairy tale. So I agree with everything that Colleen's saying, and it's you know, the one thing that I say is the word true love. It's
True at the time.
well, that's what.
Yeah.
You know, so you just love a little bit differently in different circumstances and your life experiences. It teaches you, you know. But I go into it thinking, right, that's going to be my lifelong, forever partner, and I think that's what everybody thinks. And you know, I think that's the dream and the fairy tale. But I think, you know. What was I saying?
You've lost your train
Sorry.
of thought there, haven't you? You're thinking
Gone
about
down
your
the
new
love
partner
hole.
there, weren't you? She's gone off on one.
She's thinking about Christmas.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about my first. It was my first. I think I was really young, and I think it was more. I wanted to be with somebody. Maybe because everybody had boyfriends and I didn't,
Yeah.
and so it was more.
The reasons are different.
Yeah, so it wasn't. I don't think it was love. But I would say that because that's the cool. You have to say you love that person. But now I'm very sparse with if I tell somebody I love them. And if I tell you I love you, I actually
You
mean
really
it.
mean it.
Yeah.
You don't waste those words
Yeah.
on anybody.
Stop it.
Have you? Have you? Have you?
I'm saying
Oh,
no.
she's not doing
exactly.
anything else. She'll tell me after and I'll tell you lot.
Yeah, exactly. She has. Gloria, you think you can, obviously.
Yes, I've actually had 55 years of marriage. And
I thought you were going to say 55.
Whoa.
All right.
Well, come, let me just kind of... No, but... so Don was my first husband and father of my 3 children. And as somebody has just said here, I think when you get married, you believe that's what it's going to be forever. But circumstances change, we all change, etc., etc. And then when I met Stephen... then I had 30 years with Stephen, so that was really good. And from that point of view, I just think that love is different as you get older too, because you're looking for different qualities. You're not. I mean, I think when you're young, it's all about what do they look like and what's the sex like and what does he drive and all that sort of stuff. Whereas as you get older, I'm not saying you're not looking for some of that. But Brenda, but on the other hand, it's just life changes. You want
found
humour
it.
and you want to be able to talk, you know. And I mean, I think
There's
that
different
Stephen and
connections as...
I think we actually talked for 30 years, pretty well non-stop, which may not surprise you, but anyway. So that suited me.
That I think, and I'm finding that I think that is what real love is about, true
Yeah.
love is about, because you can just sit in each other's company and not necessarily have to say anything, but when you do look at that person exactly knows, and I think that's a really nice, that sounds like what you've...
And you can talk about anything,
absolutely.
whatever's perturbing you, because
Yeah.
life is going to throw some terrible things at you from time to time.
Absolutely.
So
And
I
you
think
need
have to
that
be able to
person.
talk.
Yeah, of course, exactly. Well, talking of love, one of the big emotional moments last night was that beautiful scene between Rob Ron.
What is it about us and roadsides, eh? We no proposals this time, no?
And the divorce has come through. Maybe we should.
Was that a proposal?
Why not? I mean, it's us, innit?
It's as good as anything. Why not? Why not? It was something monumentally huge has just happened, obviously. They're on the edge of the road there, you know, close to death and everything else. It's one way to pop the question, isn't it, Brand?
Well, it's one way to pop a question. I more think that it's when something like that, a tragedy or a trauma or an illness, and that person thinks, oh, I'm about to lose the love of my life, that's when, I don't call it impulsive, but that's when you kind of like think, what would my life be without that person?
It's kind of it's like a deep truth in a way.
Yeah, it is. And you kind of start imagining not having that person and you're thinking, oh, my gosh, I want that person there, so let me go for it and all in and propose. I think it's very kind of romantic in
Oh, of course,
in a weird kind of way to say that. But I think all that tragedies are a good one to make you just look at your life in general.
Yeah.
And I think it makes you appreciate, actually, what's important in life. it sort of focuses, doesn't it, sort of at that moment. And I thought that really came through last night on the screen. You could see many, because there's so many different stories going on, and you could see it happening. It's very funny because people usually talk about romantic proposals and all of that, and certainly the one last night was romantic in its own way, but under tragic circumstances. From my point of view, never thinking that I would get married again, I thought, I've got a roof over my head, I've got a job, I have children, I'm about to have grandchildren, and I thought I didn't need to get married again. But Stephen proposed in a very unusual way, because I still can't swim. I've never been able to swim, and he said in this holiday, he said, oh, come in, for goodness sake, I'll teach you how to swim. So I went like this for about 7 strokes, and maybe I go down quite a lot. I went down in the pool, and he said afterwards, he fished me out of it, you know, dragged me up looking like a ridiculous thing. He thought, I think this girl needs looking after. And it was there that he proposed in the pool.
Really?
Drag, yeah. So it was romantic in its own way, but very unusual.
And you weren't prepared at all? You didn't have any idea?
But I said yes like that.
Did you?
I did.
That's so lovely.
Because I like marriage. I really like being married. Yeah.
Of course.
I thought you were going to drown and realised he loved you. I love
you see,
that.
if he otherwise he would have just done that.
He'd have given you the kiss of life, Glor.
I know. It's like proposing's a big deal.
It is,
I actually, even when Frank proposed, I felt nervous for him. When I knew afterwards, I was like, oh my God, I could see
where
the
did he
fear.
propose, by the way?
We were on holiday. We were in. We were actually in LA. But it was all very relaxed. I don't do, you know, I'm not fireworks and all that kind of stuff. And it was just so lovely. We'd gone for a big, long walk on the beach, and I could see him getting more nervous and drinking more rosé than he should have been. Yes, I really do. I really appreciated it. And what I had loved is that he had spoken to my parents.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Which obviously I didn't know any of this, and then obviously then sort of pops the question. But it was the shock element.
Did you say
and
yes
actually,
straight away?
I did. I was so shocked, but it was such a lovely thing, and because I know everything. You know, everything is discussed, and I thought this was a lovely thing that he did it completely on his own, had nothing to do with it.
You said, thank goodness you did it at last.
Yeah, well, it was lovely. We've
romantic.
been together. No, we were about 18 months together.
So
and
he
then engaged for
didn't try and
ages,
drown
then
you first?
Didn't know. No, that was later. No.